A check includes three parties, right? Check number, payee, amount, maker who signs this. You already know that. I'm not going to spend more time on it. Just spend more time on bank reconciliation. Here we go. So there are two records of cash. When you open a bank account, right, your cash is deposited with the bank. You also make a cash book or cash T account ledger, right? You make those entry here. And at the end, you make a balance. For example, balance is 40,000, right? So you assume that if in our cash book or if in our cash account, the answer is 40,000, it suggests that in the bank, there must be 40,000 as well, right? Makes sense? Because in our books of accounts, the cash shows that in our cash account, there is 40,000. But what if the bank account says that you have 30,000 in cash? Does it mean that it is a fraud? According to us, it should be 40,000, but according to the bank balance is 30,000. What are the possible reasons for this one? Number one, your customer send you 10,000 check, $10,000 of check, and you deposit with the bank, right? Bank needs 1 to 3 days to clear that check. Your bank is in New York and his bank is in LA. It takes time. Because of that, maybe 10,000 is not added here. So it can be the fraud. Answer is no. It's a logical business deal, right? You provide check and somehow you provide that check to your employee and you said him next day you deposit the check, and next day what happened, there is some kind of medical emergency, he couldn't come to the office, or maybe he got some accident, he went to the hospital and he come back after 3 days. After 3 days he went to the bank and submit that check. So it takes more than 8 days to clear. In your books your books showing 4,000 and the bank account shows 3,000. There can be other, yes, maybe there can be others. For example, the reasons may be bank collections as well, electronically transfer funds, or you give authority to the bank to collect cash on your behalf. So customer don't need to come to the company, they can come to the office, to the bank and pay the money, and that's it. So you don't know. When you know, all the information is in bank statement, right? So bank reconciliation basically provides you a chance to reconcile the difference between your cash book and with the bank statement. So what are the possible reasons of this difference in the cash, right? So let's talk about this. So bank reconciliation, it shows the difference between company's cash records and the bank balances. So how we make that, how we construct the bank reconciliation? So there are two sides of the business cash. One is the cash account by the company and the bank statement. So the difference is it can be time lag. So let's talk about this. On the bank side, what is not included in the book, that is deposit in transit. Like I told you, you gave the check to the bank and it takes 2 or 3 days to clear that. so that when you receive the bank statement or you go to the online, you talk about what is the balance, the receipt is not shown on the bank because it takes 1 to 3 days to clear that check. Outstanding check. It means you issued the check. When you issue the check, when you say that we paid through supplier, paid 1,000 to supplier. And what is the entry? Supplier to cash, right? It means from our cash account we deducted 1,000, right? So our book side or our cash side, it shows that we paid to the supplier, but suppliers, he did not present its check to the bank. So in bank, 1,000 is not deducted, and your bank balance shows that you still have $1,000 in your account, right? So we call this outstanding check. Number 3 is the possibility of the banking error. On the bank side, which one is not recorded onto the book side? So bank collection, you gave authority to the banks to collect the amount. So we don't know that which customer paid us the money. So we keep our records like that. So how are we going to know that? Unless we have bank statement. So from bank statement, we say that, okay, how much money is deposited or how much money is returned to us through customers. And then electronically funds transfer. You log on to the computer and you transfer the funds. And you did not write that entry here. Service charges, interest revenue. The bank provide you this kind of facilities, they charge you. And how much he has charged this time, you don't know. So you didn't make any entry into your cash book account. Interest revenue, how much money is balances with your bank and how much company gave you the interest, you don't know unless you have the bank statement and you didn't record it. Non-sufficient funds check. At 15th of like the month, your balance was 1,000, but a customer present the check of $10,000. You don't have at 15th of the month, you don't have 10,000 in your account. The bank says the cash is bounced or there is non-sufficient cash in your account. What the customer will do? Customer is denied of this 10,000. Customer will give you back this check, right? It means you already deducted the cash from your cash book, but cash is not in your bank account. What is the treatment for that one? We'll talk about later. And the cost of printed checks, also you can have the error as well. For example, you write it down 4 to 5, but the value was 5 to 4. So the difference is becomes it becomes the error because of human negligence or due to the human error. Your mind perceived that it should be 5 to 4, but you accidentally write 4 to 5. So this kind of stuff. Let's construct the bank reconciliation statement so that you have the overall idea. Let's talk about this. Here we go. December 31st, bank reconciliation, the bank balance of Mid-Atlantic Manufacturing is 5,900. It means your bank balance is showing that in your bank account there is this much money. The company cash account shows that in your cash account there must be $3,340. You are amazed. Wow, maybe this is because of some kind of God's help or something, right? But in reality, it's nothing like that. And you can say that maybe there's some kind of fraud or something, right? So let's talk about this. Additional information is here. Deposit in transit 1,600, which means you issued you receive a check and you deposit with the bank and it's in transit. It takes 1 to 3 days to come to your bank account. And that was 1600. Banking error. What error? The bank detected 100 for a check written by another company. Right? Bank mistakenly, issued $100 check from your account. And what he did? Add 100 to your bank balance. Outstanding check you issued to the suppliers or your employees, salary check, but the employees, they didn't present the check to the bank, or the supplier, he didn't, present the check to the bank, which is $1,340. Electronically funds transfer receipt of your dividend revenue, 900. You gave this authority to the bank to receive the money on your behalf. So you know only when you receive the statement. It means you will account or you will make entry into this cash balance. And then you also gave the authority to the bank to receive on your behalf. When the statement comes, then you make the entry. So 2100 bank collected on your behalf. Interest revenue also earned by $30. And also your error. You recorded the check number 334510. The amount you actually paid on the account was 150. It means you write on the check 510, but you record in your books 150. Right? It means $360. Your cash book is having an error of 360. So you added 360 to your bank, to your book balance as well. Bank charges $20 for the services of this month, and the non-sufficient funds was $50. This is the solution basically. And how you correct that? You subtract it from your book balance. Electronically transfer payments. These are receipts. These are payments. 400. So let's make the statement. First of all, you write it down. The bank balance. Your bank balance is 59. So what the bank balance is missing? The deposit in transit. So this deposit is not yet arrived into the bank. So we add it here. And then what bank is missing? The 100. Because bank issued previously less from our account, $100 which belongs to another account. So what is the correction here? You add bank correction here. So, and less the outstanding checks, because these are the payments that we made, but bank didn't receive yet. Maybe next day, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow, bank received the check. So this is the logical one. Add all those receipts that still bank did not receive, and less all those payments that bank did not receive yet. Simple. And this is the balance. So in our bank